But I love it when you try to save me, 'cause I'm just a lady. Hello and welcome back to 5 weekly favorites in 5 minutes, where I share inspiring and uplifting things, hoping to create meaningful conversation with you guys, as well as make you guys feel inspired and uplifted as well. This week I was jamming out to 1950 by King Princess. I'm pretty sure there's some historical meaning with the song, but I just found it really fun. So, wait for you. Okay, I will keep on waiting for your love. I just think it's got a really fun beat to it, little fun, groove. I'm not really a music person, but I like that one. An ethical brand I wanted to share with you guys this week is Nisolo. I actually was lucky enough to purchase these cute shoes last summer. They have a store in Nashville where my brother-in-law and sister-in-law live, and they are just really well-made shoes. They're ethically made and they're pretty well priced, so if you are in the market for a new pair of shoes, check them out, because so cute. So the quote I want to share from you from The Subtle Art of Not Giving a this week is on pain. It's really interesting. It says, "Pain in all its forms is our body's most effective means of spurring action." And then after that, the author goes on to talk about how stubbing his toe induces a lot of curse words and blame on inanimate objects. That's a hard word to say, inanimate. So I just thought it was really interesting because I don't think he just means physical pain. I think it's also psychological. And later on, he talks about how our brain actually feels physical and psychological pain the same way. And when I think about my own life, I can see this being true. So, you experience a really bad heartbreak, you decide not to date losers like that anymore. You put your hand on the stove, a lot of burning. You decide not to do that anymore. And so I think it's a lot about the way we perceive our pain and what we do with it and how we choose to move forward. And so I hope that you guys find that really interesting. And if you are in pain in any way this week, I hope that you can make good choices on how to use that to become better and make better choices. So speaking of pain, I'm not sure if you guys are aware of all of the gorilla hunting that goes on in the Congo, but I saw on the internet this week that there were 2 young gorillas who actually learned to dismantle a poacher's trap. And so I just thought that was so cool to share because I obviously do not want the gorillas to be hunted anymore. That's kind of a tragedy. And so when the gorillas can outsmart humans like that, I just think it's awesome because it's kind of like a little FU to the poachers. So the podcast I listened to this week is from a series that I don't actually normally listen to, but it's from This American Life, and the episode was called Tell Me I'm Fat. On the episode, a few women share their stories and experiences about being fat in society, and one woman even shares about how she was fat all her life and decided to lose a bunch of the weight. And after she lost all that weight, she really felt like a counterfeit and like she was this person in this new body, and she always talked about how she killed off her old self. And the episode is really long, but it's so interesting because it kind of dissects and talks about how society views fat people, how we treat fat people, and even kind of compares it to the way bigots treat gay people. And I just thought that was so interesting because, these women got really vulnerable, which I've talked about before, and it's just sad how we can treat each other so differently because of the way we look. And it was just a really interesting listen. So if you have thoughts on that down below or an experience you'd like to share, I would love to hear it. Thank you guys so much for joining me on 5 weekly favorites in 5 minutes. If you are finding these inspiring and uplifting, as I hope you are, be sure to share it with a friend. Try and have these meaningful conversations outside of YouTube, but in YouTube too with me, because I'm interested. And if you want to join me again here next week, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification button, and I will see you right here.